Hello everybody, what is going on, and welcome back to episode number 8 today of our Road to Glory career mode. 4 games coming your way to feast your eyes upon. I hope you are all doing well as well, but before we move any further in today's video, I've noticed that 70% of you who have watched my videos over the past month are not actually subscribed for whatever reason. So if you could, hit that subscribe button down below, follow us on the channel. I mean, ultimately, the support has still been incredible, so thank you for that as well. But if you could just do that, hit that subscribe button, and it'll take us one step closer to the 100k dream. However, let's get started then with today's video. So we had our first game, a game against Millwall, which I decided to sim. They were sort of not really having a great season, felt like we'd get the win anyway. That's exactly what happened, and I don't know if you noticed, we were playing that game on the 25th of December, which of course is Christmas Day. So no idea why we had a fixture scheduled for Christmas Day, but we did. So there it was. And then I took a quick look at our squad moving into the January transfer window and noticed that a couple of players have expiring contracts at the end of this season. Now, the issue was I didn't have the money to be able to give them a new deal right now. But when the window does open, we'll have some sales leaving the club. So that should give us the funds to be able to renew some of those contracts, including the one for Ollie White, because we don't want him leaving for free. If he is going to leave, we want to get some money for him. But our first game then of the day came against Preston North End. They were sat just outside the playoffs, so this was going to be a bit of a test for us, but we started the game off so well. We were all over them in the first half, and honestly, we should have been winning, but we were just wasting chances left, right, and centre. And then when we did actually get a really good one, Lopez with the shot, it was blocked and cleared off the line. So at this stage in the game, we were just trying to find the breakthrough. And frustration when Preston got really their only shot of the entire sort of 50 minutes, really. Ball back in, Maguire on the turn, Hart came out, not quite good enough to be able to make the save. The ball snuck underneath him, and Preston, against the run of play, you could say, had the lead against us. But that came purely from us just not taking our chances. So if we'd have done that, would have been no problems at all. But we didn't have to wait too long for another chance to come our way. The first shot from Solano, should have done better with it. But then a bit of a calamity inside Preston's penalty area, and eventually the ball falls to Curtis Jones, who spins and finds a right-footed shot into the corner to make it 1-1 with about half an hour to play. So all in all, back on level terms, we still had 30 minutes to try and find a winning goal, and we did try to go for it, but it was actually Preston who had the best chance to take the 3 points from the game inside the last few minutes. They got down this left-hand side, Barkhusen with the cross into the middle to Maguire, who'd already scored, and his header that glanced wide of that bottom corner. Otherwise, Preston would have got the win here. So a 1-1 draw at the New Lawn. With all the chances we created, it should have been more, but with a chance right at the end, it could have been less. And I decided to basically do the post-match press conference, after that. I very rarely do these anymore, but just because of that game, the way it panned out, I thought I may as well go ahead and do it and make sure the players aren't too disheartened from the game. The only question I showed you was around the game itself and saying that we should have won it. So that's a fair statement, I believe. Port Vale, though, in the FA Cup, we went ahead and simmed the game again. 3-1 victory. El Ghazi on the score sheet. I think Chong got one as well. But the final post-com game before our 2 live games today came against Sheffield Wednesday. Sat in the bottom half of the table. Looking at this, it should be a victory. However, the players to watch heading into this was Marriott, 4th in the goal-scoring charts for them in 13 goals, I believe it was. Or on 13 goals. And for us, El Ghazi, 5 in 3 was his overall tally in the last 3 games. And it was actually Anwar El Ghazi who had the first say on the match, getting through here after a Lopez through ball after 11 minutes and firing it low past the goalkeeper to give us the lead. So I think this game was about us, kind of going back and saying, hey, we should have beat Preston. We had the chances to do so. Let's prove a point here. And it was just unfortunate, really, that Sheffield Wednesday were the side that we were facing to do this, because 40 minutes in, Lopez goes on one of those mazy runs, gets inside the penalty area, brought down as well. Definite penalty kick. Nothing else given to the Sheffield Wednesday defender. Understandably, it wasn't like a bad challenge or anything. Saka stepped up and slotted home in the bottom left corner to make it 2-0 before half-time. And we were on a bit of a mission here. So, yeah, we were running rampant. Into the second half, 18 to play. Saka plays the ball down the left-hand side. Lopez collects it. Cuts back with a fake shot. Goes inside to Solano. Solano once more to Curtis Jones. 1-on with the goalkeeper. Easy as you like. Composed as you'd like. Slots it in. Past him. 3-0 Forest Green. Game, set and match. Back to winning ways. 3 points. Clean sheet. Professional performance. And that sets us up nicely to move into the live games for today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Our action continues with Huddersfield away, but I've got something to show you as well. We have drawn Chelsea in the FA Cup round of 32, so we might be able to get that game in today as well. But I also want to play Barnsley after they beat us 2-1 before. So, yeah, I was going to play Huddersfield away and then Barnsley at home. But with that Chelsea game, I'm tempted maybe to sim the Barnsley game. Now, we'll see what happens. Following that, Brentford coming up again. A West Brom not too far in the distant future either. So, yeah, some tough games for us in the coming few games. But we'll go into game against Huddersfield then. It's our strongest lineup we've got available outside of 1 or 2 players. Jose Antonio still out through injury, which is why he's not featuring at the moment, in case any of you were wondering. But as you can see, the side is there. El Ghazi, Solano, Saka, Lopez just in behind them, Lacerda and Jones, with Fiesa, McGinley, Ribeiro, Mitchell, and of course, Joe Hart in goal. We'll check out the Huddersfield team once we are into game. Of course, slider settings are all as they were. No changes to any of those, of course. Let's do this. Here is Kamara, back heel towards Hogg. Back through for Kamara, and Joe Hart is required to pull off a big save after only 17 minutes here. Few familiar faces in the Huddersfield side. Aaron Moy still at the club. He is definitely a midfielder who can cause problems for you if you're not careful. But it was actually Jonathan Hogg linking up the play there to allow them to get their first chance. This won't be an easy game at their place. Middlesbrough have just gone ahead in their game as well elsewhere, so best start for them. We'll see what this game brings to us. Early stages, though, we're having to defend as that corner in. McGinley gets the header. Lopez here should be able to drive out with this one. We know what he's capable of. Easy ball to Facer, and now there's a breakaway on. El Ghazi here has got the run of Lacerda. Solana waits in the middle. Lacerda might just go all the way on his own. And it's Lacerda! Wide of the bottom corner. Solano sees Lopez just in front of him. Will he be able to find him with the ball? He can. Hogg here up against Lopez. Diego Lopez makes it look easy, but then takes a bit of a heavy touch. The touch by Diego Lopez is what took the ball away from him. He did the hard part. He got past Hogg. He was goal side, and he had the opportunity, but he just seemingly lost concentration, and that allowed the ball to get away from him, and that's then in turn gave the keeper the opportunity to close the angle down and make the save. Gudmundsson here at the other end. It's end-to-end stuff here, which is pretty good for the neutral. But in terms of the game itself, no one really controlling this just yet, as Lopez again in possession. Needs to try and use his ball a bit better than he did there, as he turns away. Now finds Lacerda. The 1-2 is on. Lovely back heel from Lacerda towards Lopez, and this time, no mistake from Diego Lopez. His recent form in front of goal has left somewhat to be desired, but today he has made it count. First shot didn't go in, the second one has. And it's Lacerda who's making these forward runs, linking up the play, who does ever so well with the back heel into the feet of Lopez. And then he did the rest. 1-0 Forest Green. Thomas in a little bit of space, edge of our penalty area, as Joe Hart can make the save. And it will be a corner ball for us to defend as we've come into this second half. Huddersfield has started the half off much better than we have. Under the pressure a little bit here, and Benza with the delivery from the resulting corner. Lopez can only help it on its way to Thomas, who collects it, and now he's looking for a way through. Solano stands him up well, though, and he's got El Ghazi on this left-hand side, and look at the space that El Ghazi can charge into as a counter-attack is on. It's a 4-on-3 here for Forest Green Rovers. El Ghazi with Lopez waiting in the centre, and it's ended up not working out as we'd hoped. Hogg with the ball over the top, finds Benza, delivery near post. McGinley with a vital block. It still might fall for Lecco. Not quite. Corner ball to Huddersfield. 19 minutes to play, and it feels like we're in a little bit of survival mode at the moment, because we've been on the back foot since the second half began. Lopez comes off. Chong comes on in his place. Can we get this corner out? There's the delivery in. Joe Hart comes to claim it, but only punches it. And he's put us under pressure here as Solano goes over. It's going to be another corner ball. And this isn't good. We need to get this ball away from our goal as soon as possible. Hart there has got to catch it for me, though. I don't know why he's punching that. Chong as well heads it straight back into our penalty area. What are we doing, boys? McGinley will block the header. El Ghazi to carry it away now. But we're causing our own problems here, really, in what we're trying to do defensively. As Chong, there is some space here. Maybe a counter-attack on. Chong through for El Ghazi. He hasn't quite got the pace, though, to go all the way. Or has he? El Ghazi's shot near post. It's kept out. It will be a corner of our own. Didn't feel that we had the stamina there to go all that way. Do we just send this into the box, or do we just play it smart and keep hold of the ball? That's the question. Is the near post corner on? We'll try it and see what happens. Chong delivers. The keeper comes out and gets a punch on it. And actually, we've been given a free kick here right on the edge of the penalty area. I'm not sure what it's for. Lopez off means El Ghazi will take this. El Ghazi will take it, and he'll find the top corner. And that, my friends, will secure us the 3 points here from the Kirklees Stadium. Not an easy game, but we've got the job done as we get ourselves an achievement as well for the free kick. Another look at this as well as El Ghazi steps up, the goalkeeper beaten. The question is, though, what was the free kick actually given for in the first place? It was from the corner that I sent in, and the keeper punched the ball away. But then I don't actually know what the defender did to give us the free kick. I'm going to take another look at it just to see if we can spot it. Because it could well be that it was actually a free kick. But I feel like Huddersfield will be pretty frustrated that it was given. Chong initially was the player to take the ball. So here is where the punch comes in. And then I'm guessing it's this here. You see right as the ball's falling down. Jones goes to attack it. So too does their number 39. Jumps in. Oh, handball. It was given for handball. So he goes to head it, misses it, hits him on the arm, and okay, fair enough. Handball is what it was given for. We'll take it. Full time then from the Kirklees Stadium. It finishes Forest Green 2, Huddersfield 0. El Ghazi securing the points with a free kick with 10 minutes to play, because up until that point in the second half, Huddersfield were dominating. But we held out, and we've got ourselves the win. I've decided that I'm actually going to play the Barnsley game. I want an opportunity to beat them after our last defeat to them. If we've got time today, we will include the Chelsea game in there as well. If not, that will start the next episode for you. But I want the opportunity to show that that was just very much a one-off game when we last lost to them. That defeat, my friends, came back in November? No, October. Barnsley 2, Forest Green 1. Huddersfield 2-1 win, Fulham 1-0 win, Birmingham 3-0 win. So as you can see, the run we've been on since that defeat. We've had 4 wins there, 1 draw, 5 wins. That was an incredible game, by the way, against Brentford. West Brom a 1-0 win. As you can see as I scroll through these, we are unbeaten since that game against Barnsley. So, yeah, let's not have it again. Let's show them who's boss and take the 3 points from the game. Of course, it'll be an unchanged side. So we very much have the quality out there to do the job. As you can see on your screen there. The only concern is that Lopez, we want him fit for the Chelsea game, so he might have to come off during this one just to make sure he is ready for that game against Chelsea. If we get past them in the FA Cup, that's incredible. If not, don't worry about it. It's not at the top of my priorities this season. It was all about making sure we perform in the Championship. Then we can worry about the Cups later on when we're in the Premier League and have enough squad depth to really go for them. So let's head off into this one. Oh, here goes Lopez already. 11 minutes in. He's managed to get past. Can he find the angle for the shot, though, or pull it across towards Solano? Didn't have much behind the pass, and that allowed Diab there to get back and clear it away for Barnsley. And thinking back to that defeat that we had against them, I'm pretty sure it came from a mistake by us that allowed them to win the game. So as long as we don't make the same mistakes, we should be good to go here. As Jones turns away from the couple of challenges there. Lacerda's ball through, finds El Ghazi, looking to open at the angle for the shot. Shot was then blocked and Moat can clear away, but the pressure right now is with us as we are piling it on to Barnsley. They're not allowed out of their penalty area in this early stage. Jones into the feet of Saka. Good control shown by him. Can he turn away and look for a cross maybe? No, not quite. There's a lot of bodies back there for Barnsley, and that is going to be an issue if we can't quite break them down. Lacerda again in possession. Again, where do we go with this ball though? Barnsley just seemingly stacking their own penalty area. Jones towards Solano. Solano takes it and finds Lopez. Lopez here, look at the space in front of him. And he's got the pace, of course, to get into that space, but he's on his left foot. The keeper pulls off the save. Collins there has made sure Lopez could not open up the scoring. And we need some Lopez magic, really, because we're struggling to break through this Barnsley back line. Their ball over the top might just send them through. Lucas Ribeiro, excellent control from him in order to keep hold of that. Mitchell finds Saka down the line. And all of a sudden, we've got 4 charging forward. Lopez is one of those 4. Diego Lopez. I accidentally chipped it. I'm an absolute fool. What am I doing? Half time looming. It is 0-0 here, and we are being frustrated by how defensive this Barnsley team are being, but it's working wonders for them. I'm sure they'll gladly take a point away from the New Lawn, because right now they're sat near the relegation zone, and every point is vital for them. But first 45 minutes completed. A couple of times we've been maybe a little bit exposed at the back from an over-the-top ball through to Chaplin. Ultimately, though, we've got to find a way to get this goal. And Chong allows Facer to overlap. Can he find a good delivery from this wide area, though? Facer's delivery, back post, El Ghazi's header goes in. And it's Collins with the save. Corner ball, Forest Green. This is the momentum maybe with us now. El Ghazi to deliver. Sends it in. Adams underneath it. Over the crossbar. 27 minutes remain. Bukayo Saka here down this right-hand side. Referee goes in with a challenge. Oh, El Ghazi! Oh, my goodness me. I can't believe what I've just seen. Near post. Overhead kick off the post. To even go for that is audacious. To nearly score it is crazy. 13 minutes left and we should have had the breakthrough. Chaplin into the feet of Castonas. I don't even know if I said his name right. Adams takes it away. Now Chong. We need this breakaway to work. El Ghazi's touch away from his defender. Chong will give him the run. El Ghazi sends it down the line. Chong to chase it. And he's got a bit of skill here to turn inside, but he's lost it with the touch. Oh, we're lacking the quality in that final third right now. We need someone to just give us the goal to win this game. Otherwise, we're going to be left frustrated. Laquerda battling for possession. Finds Saka. Saka turning away, but there's just nothing in front of him. Solano has it now then, and look at this. It's just too tight. El Ghazi. Saka. Saka's in. Bukayo Saka! Yes! 13th of the season, and what a time to get it. Get in! 5 minutes left. I cannot tell you how hard we have had to work for this result. It's insane how much we've had to put into this game, really, considering where we are and where Barnsley are. And the ease that we, dismantled Sheffield Wednesday recently. Was it 3-0 in that game? They were in a similar position. This Barnsley side know how to defend. Admittedly as well, the quality in our final third has not been there today. It's not been our finest game. But even so, you just expected someone to find that goal to get us the game. And thankfully, Bukayo Saka probably has just done that. Unless for a late fight back here from Barnsley. And it would be completely against the run of play. Because all they've done is sit there and look for the point. They've had a couple of chances, but nothing too serious. So it would be so unjust if they managed to find an equalising goal here. 2 minutes added time. Brown left-hand side. Don't let him put the cross in. That's the big thing. They're going to get themselves a corner. Oh my goodness. Do not give them a goal back now. 30 seconds on the clock left. Joe Hart, mate, you've had nothing to do today. You got to pull off the save here. Oh, you're joking. You're joking me. You're absolutely having me on. I can't believe this. Oh my goodness me. I don't know what to say. I have absolutely nothing to say. Hang your head in shame, boys. Hang your head in shame. There's about 7 Forest Green players in that box. 5 Barnsley players. Did that just go through his body? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. 30 seconds were left. Castanos scores his second goal of the championship season. It is Forest Green 1. Barnsley 1. They've beaten us. And now they've drawn against us this season. They're 18th. No wonder the fans are reacting like that. Jeez, man. That's a joke. Plain and simple joke. I knew as soon as we gave away that corner, as soon as that happened, something was going to go wrong. 2 shots, 1 on target for Barnsley in that game. We had 9, 4 on target. And it finished 1-1. West Brom's win in their game, 3-1 that finish, means that they now move the gap to 6 points at the top of the championship table. Our draw allows Fulham and Brentford back in. They're now a point and 2 points behind us, with 17 championship games to play. Middlesbrough not too far away. I have a Bristol City, Preston. You can see how the table is looking at the moment. And Barnsley are now 19th. 12 draws they've had this season. Incredible. I think, though, my friends, that is where I will leave today's episode. Mainly because that result against Barnsley, honestly. Oh, man. So, we will begin the next video with Chelsea away, or at home, I should say, in the round 4 of the FA Cup. So, yeah, we'll look to try and get through, but honestly, that'll probably be them winning the game. I don't think there's any expectation on us to have to win that one. We've got some good news, though. Our manager rating has now gone up to 75. So, yeah, we are now no longer in the red, which is a positive for us. The transfer window's open. I have got scouts around looking for players that have expiring contracts. We'll see. Maybe we'll bring a couple in. I've got one looking at world-class players, but I'm not sure about that. We'll see, mainly just because in case we get to the Premier League, then we could well use some of these guys. Although, it says that Mateta is having a contract expiry, and same with Oblak, same with Pjanic, and none of them actually have expiring contracts. So I don't know what's going on with my scouts at the moment. But if you enjoyed today's video, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support on the channel. Until next time, have a great day, have a great evening, stay safe, people, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Until then, adios.